Which way? That way. All right. Are they security or are they guests? Yeah, they're just guests. Oh, there's some hosts over there. Are these more hosts? Nope, that's Rizzo's security. This is, this leads to where the weather station is, right? I just never went inside the, that was the museum, wasn't it? You know, let's run. Yeah, I haven't trusted Ludovico for a while, but I was so just stuck on the Helen theory that I just did not even start to question, like, did he do it? Oh, here we go. Which one was my new gun? Was it that one? Let me just double check. The all-in. Ha.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
Everyone all right?
That's a pretty good weapon. And it's kinetic, so I don't have to worry about, like, damage types. Alright, okay, anytime now, acid. This wasn't that... Maybe this was an island I just did not go to.
Gosh, it's actually kind of cheerful. Almost makes you forget they're probably hiding a terrible secret in there.
It is very brightly colored. Well, let's go in, I guess. God, it is just... it is loud in here. What do we have over here? The Dissident Queen Chapter 3 continued. This shriek was all Helen needed, for she cocked back a Hammersmith brand explosive parcel, which she had deftly stolen from the Marauder Armory hours earlier, and hurled it into the monster's mouth. Enjoy it! It's a meal deserving of one such as yourself. And without further hesitation, Helen activated the detonator. As the explosion echoed through the room, splattering the wall with blue bits of giant slug, Helen could not help but feel elated. A crippling blow dealt to the enemies of the colony's profit margins. This would not be the last, of course, but wherever there were enemies of the board, she would be there to fight them. And one day, she was sure, there would no longer be anyone left to threaten the colony's peaceful productivity. The end. Next month issue will contain the Tossball Terror or Halfback Henry's Greatest and Final Game. Send 2 bits gratuity to view our free catalog. Who's that? Receptionist Embry. I wonder if I had come in here if the receptionist would have been alive, and I just missed that. Reception terminal logs. What is this? Help no longer needed. Don't inquire within. Help me, help me, help me, help me. God. Rizzo's family reminder, don't forget to smile. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. Let's see. It's gonna be... Oh, it's down below. Can't go in there. Wow, it is... Oh god, I said it was loud. It is just screaming in here now.
Welcome, valued patrons, to our splendiferous source of spectacular spirits and sweets. Rizzo's is committed to bringing joy and happiness to our colony. Feel free to browse the various displays in front of you to learn about our humble facility and the wonderful products we provide.
Everyone else is seeing this too, right? For a moment, I thought I was reliving my Scylla experience.
Why is their mascot a kickball with a face on it? Well, what do we got here? It's one of those parasites in there. Harvesting. It all starts here at the orchards. Our purple berries are harvested at peak edibility, making them a perfect base for our brewing process. Well, I thought that was something on the window. It's just like the glass being all weird. Brewing and bottling. Our refined distilling process has been honed by years of experience. Not only efficient, but highly effective at bringing out the most powerful flavors from our ingredients. After the beverages are ready, we bottle them up and ship them out straight to the thirstiest mouths in the colony. Spectrum Brown. Drink it down. Rizzo's Beverages. Spectrum Brown, a bold and full-bodied spirit with earthy notes and an indescribable savory flavor, dissolving into a hint brine culminating in a bitter yet satisfying cocoa-adjacent aftertaste. It'll leave you smiling for days. If you're interested in trying this unique flavor sensation, proceed to the door on your right and follow the path to the tasting room. Are they going to tell us what's actually in Spectrum Brown? Drink it down. Okay, it's a vending machine. I'll look at that in a minute, but what's this? Atmospheric Collection. Did you know that this facility doesn't just distill alcohol, we distill fuel right out of the atmosphere? That special flavor present in every bottle of Rizzo Spectrum Vodka also gives our fuel its unique kick. That we use the same canisters to brew our beverages and store our raw fuel? I mean, if it's just alcohol, that's one thing, but I have a feeling it's not ethanol. So this is locked, but I can very easily pick it. Actually, let's see what the map looks like. If it'll cooperate. There we go. Okay, so that just goes back to a room. I didn't know if this was going to be a shortcut or what. Now we're going to have to go down here probably to go down to the next floor.
Okay, keep him quiet.
Oh, it is nice and gross in here. Jeez. The recharge. Try not to think too hard about how this one works. I was expecting it to be like one that didn't use bullets or something. That would kind of make sense since it's called the recharge. Is this the set? Where they were going to film a commercial or something, probably? Or a tasting? Can I squeeze back there? No. And no, that is inaccessible. So I was gonna say it's a weird way to construct it, but then again, yeah, that's how people would normally come in, not through the like trash chute. That's sealed. Okay. Distillery. Beyond the store, we hope to make some... What? Beyond the store, we hope to make some of your wildest dreams a reality as we give you a peek into the heart of our distillery. You can see it all for yourself. Clear as crystal. Please refrain from sharing our secrets with unauthorized solicitors. Let's just keep this special experience between us.
Ah, I see you've stumbled upon a little peek into our distillery. These tanks are hard at work brewing the wonderful Rizzo's beverages you know and love, along with exciting new flavors like Rizzo's Spectrum Brown.
This is simply window dressing for public consumption. I suspect their concoctions are made in dark, dreary, and somewhat unsettling environs.
I'm sure you're correct. And we're gonna find out where and how.
Now that you've seen behind the scenes, I bet you're pretty thirsty. flavor of Spectrum available to delight your palate. Please note that tour guests are limited to a maximum of 3 different Rizzo's flavor samples. All beverages must be consumed on the premises. Rizzo's is not responsible for
Gastronomic distress.
mild
Hallucinations?
or damage to your sense of taste.
Oh no.
Only 3? However will I restrain myself?
I mean, they are pretty, at least, because of the bright colors, but yeah, I am with the vicar on this one. It is for show. So what's the way down? Because that's sealed. There must be... I mean, can we just, like, jump over? No. There's no door. No, like, secret staircase. Because that door is sealed. That's where we're going to end up coming out at. I have a feeling it must have been back here then. But that's sealed too. Let me just check. See, it looks like that's the stairs right there. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I want to go... At any time now. Yeah, that is the stairs. How do I open that, though? There has to be a... has to be like a key or a something. I'm a little bit perplexed with this. Maybe there's another way in from, like, the outside. If I go around back or something. Oh, yep, there it is. Security breach is back there.
Nice one, Captain! That one's done for.
It's a little difficult to aim with this. There we go. What's that? That's like thunder. I don't usually get the whole, like, close-up. I guess because I don't typically get the last hit. Okay, that's the security breach down there. There's nothing back here that I could actually go check out. This is really feeling like a final encounter. Oh, yep, here it is. Nice and nasty. And bloody. That's sealed? Yep. Alright, let's have it, Ludovico. I knew it! It's Helen!
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I've been right the whole goddamn time! I'm so vindicated right now. Oh, yes. Okay. Assault is coming a mile away. No, that's a fair question. You want to explain how you're still alive? Can we take a step back and not blow up the building? I saw it coming.
Coming from anyone else, I might have scoffed. But you? I can believe you saw through my charade, Inspector. You're Maverick Johnston's latest star, after all.
Right.
Johnston may be a tedious hack, but he has an eye for talent. I've heard about you and your ship, Hawthorne. You're one of the few competent people left in this colony. That makes us two of a kind.
I don't have all day, Helen. Get to the point. I appreciate the flattery, but I'd appreciate an explanation. The corpse in the ballroom. I'm guessing she's a body double. Just as I've been saying.
She was much more to me than a body double. Halcyon Helen was never one person.
Ooh.
I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Two people inhabiting the same life. Existentially challenging, philosophically speaking. My condolences. Must feel like you literally lost part of yourself.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
So she stopped him from releasing, or she's trying to stop him from releasing those parasites. And then Ludovico killed Belinda, thinking that it was Helen. And now Helen wants revenge on Ludovico, which I'm inclined to support. I know Mr. Ludovico was in the middle of confessing when you attacked. Administrator Ludovico? A murderer and a coward? Why, I never... Sorry about Belinda. Yeah, let's be nice. I'm sorry about Belinda.
So am I. I'm sorry I wasn't there for her. I'm sorry I couldn't protect her. Killing the administrator won't bring her back. But it'll feel good.
I have no regrets. I did exactly what I had to do.
Yeah, kill him,
I'd
Helen.
do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
He's yours, Helen.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host, a bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
Does he have one on him? I mean, he doesn't seem happy enough sometimes, but that bit right there did seem very, parasite-induced. They're not symbiotes. I've seen the way the infected behave. That doesn't sound too bad. And then rake in a tidy profit. I do want to say this, but I'm going to start with that. They're not symbiotes. I've seen the way they behave.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host
he is infected.
perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent.
That was you in the labs. You killed Dr. Blossom, which, again, I support. What are you talking about? Who'd you kill? I know you killed the Rangers mascot. Yeah, did she kill the... I guess she must have, but I'm gonna side with her on this one. You killed Dr. Blossom.
met Dr. Blossom?
Oh, I have.
She was practically a reptile.
Agreed.
A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
I know you killed the Ranger's mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
Digging through her stuff, too. Pretty sure it wasn't working. So how many people have you killed? I found him rummaging through your things.
That doesn't surprise me at all. He was on Ludovico's side, just like the others. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them.
You killed Constable Keene? She was on your side. Was she?
She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot.
Alright, I've heard enough.
You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon.
Nope.
We can make that happen.
Nope. Nope. I'm with you, Ludovico's out of his mind. I'm with you. I'm helping you, Helen, but once we get out of here, I expect answers. Wait, Helen, I still have more questions. Do I? Are there more questions? Let me ask.
You want me to explain my grand plan in the middle of a climactic moment like some two-bit serial villain? Do I look like Spencer Woolrich to you? We've talked enough. You're either with me, or you're with the administrator.
I'm with Helen all the way on this. I'm with you. Let's get out of here.
Wow. I can't believe we're running with Halcyon, Helen!
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Let's move.
Head through that door. There's another way out.
Oh, right, the fire. Or well, the steam.
There. I've opened that door.
Thank you. God, who designed this place? Can I run through this? Yeah. Over there. Let's go. Oof.
Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies, fat and wriggling with vital energy.
There must be some kind of pesticide, benign to humans, lethal to parasites. I'm glad I didn't eat at the hotel.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move.
Okay, now can I ask the questions?
Not here. In private, back at the penthouse. Also, I rather like the ambiance there.
It
See
is
you soon,
nice, yeah.
Inspector.
Who built this place? It is it's something. Just like corridor after corridor. I was half expecting to see the place like exploded.
I've never cared much for purple berry juice, but I can now say unequivocally that I'm repulsed by it.
Can we like jump in the fountain and have a friends moment? Da 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 da. I guess I could just fast travel there. She's in this room. I was curious if it had changed. I don't remember if these pictures were all up there before.
It's strange. When you walk through that door, I half expected to see Belinda. Belinda and I practically shared a life. Losing her feels like losing a limb. She's conspicuous by her absence.
Can we get to the point now? Do you need a minute?
Thank you, but no. I can't grieve properly while Ludovico's still breathing. So let's see if we can't solve that problem first. We shut down Ludovico's distillation plant, but he's not gonna sit idly by. If he can't use Spectrum Brown to infect the colony, he'll resort to some kind of backup plan. I stole this formula from Dr. Blossom, a failed prototype of Spectrum Brown. Look at this. The prototype had the opposite effect, and actually made you immune to the parasites.
There's our insecticide. So what do we need? So your immune system could destroy the parasites before the larval stage. And also slightly depressed instead of incredibly happy. I swear, if you're about to ask me to go steal some chemicals. No, go with that.
This is Halcyon. Everyone's already miserable. A little more despair isn't gonna make a difference. We're going to need 2 ingredients. A sample of essence of sprat, and 1 intact pod of parasite eggs. Cedric's warehouse in the Piraeus spaceport almost certainly carries a batch of sprat essence. As for the pod, I'd check the wilderness reserve if I were you.
So we're probably going to have to go and get the sprat of unusual size and take the essence from it, I imagine, by killing it. And then the wilderness reserve, we probably have to go through the cave, the holy caves. Essence of sprat sounds like the type of perfume Space's Choice would make. You mean sprat nucleons. They're commonly used in medical experiments. Once I've got the ingredients, I should be able to synthesize an effective anti-parasitic. Yeah, let's go with that. You mean sprat nucleons.
I'm glad one of us is an expert. Most of what I know is based on Dr. Blossom's notes. Here's what I understand. Sprats have an adaptive immune system. They don't suffer from the diseases and parasites they carry. It's one reason why you'll see them in every corner of the colony. Dr. Blossom experimented with sprats and accidentally discovered a way to become immune to the parasites. That's probably when she decided to switch to human testing.
I should be able to synthesize an effective anti-parasitic.
You're a scientist and an inspector? You really are full of surprises. I borrowed a centrifuge from the research lab. Use the ingredients to synthesize an anti-parasitic.
Easy enough.
I'm glad I could count on your expertise. Once you're finished, head to the pilot house. We'll hijack the control system and disperse the cure into the atmosphere. That should kill off most of the parasites.
Not so fast. Let me borrow your needler. Cedric's gonna want a piece of Ludovico. I can recruit its help. Yeah, let me see about that needler.
Are you worried I'm gonna shoot you in the back?
I deserve to feel like an either wave hero. I'm already doing all the work.
You're right. You do deserve the spotlight. Here. You take good care of my Needler, and it'll take good care of you.
Thanks.
There is one other thing. While you're at Piraeus Spaceport, have a word with Cedric Kincannon. I know Cedric. There's nothing he wants more than a chance to eliminate Ludovico. We could use him on our side.
Definitely.
Best of luck, Inspector. I'm counting on you.
Wanted to ask about Belinda. You killed innocents. I like your style, murdering anybody. I want to ask about Belinda.
Why, Inspector? Am I being questioned?
I'm not an inspector anymore. Call me Hawthorne. No, we're just talking.
Fair enough. I do owe you at least a few honest answers. Belinda and I shared the role of Helen, but she was also the only person who knew the real me. To the rest of the colony, I'm Halcyon Helen, but to my sister, I was just Ruth. I could be myself around Belinda, and she could be herself around me. She was my only sister, but she was also my only friend.
People know you're Ruth Bellamy. Was it hard for Belinda to keep herself secret?
No. Belinda enjoyed the secrecy. She could slip into the role of Halcyon Helen, attend social events on my behalf, perform a few stunts, deliver a few lines. And then, when she grew tired of all the people and all the attention, all she had to do was slip out of the role and be my sister again. She was the secret twin. She had a comfortable life in the shadows, an easier life. I made sure of that.
She was important to you. If I were you, I'd want revenge too. Yeah.
What I want is my sister back, but I'll settle for killing Ludovico.
Nobody else knew that you had a twin sister?
Parents, naturally. An agent, a couple of directors. None of them had any reason to reveal the truth. To them, Helen was a brand. Revealing our secret meant damaging that brand. Damaging that brand meant losing money. Nobody in this colony wants to lose money. Belinda and I saw Helen as an act of theatric sleight of hand. We enjoyed the deception, the challenge. We wanted to see how far we could go.
I'd say you went pretty far. You two became Halcyon's best paid stars. Can't imagine you thought it'd end this way. Yeah, you went pretty far.
And if I hadn't underestimated Ludovico, you and I probably wouldn't be talking about Belinda in the past tense. We wouldn't be talking about her at all. It should have been me in that ballroom. Belinda died because I was careless. Never mind that. If you've got something else to ask me, now's the time.
That's it.
I'm glad I could satisfy your curiosity.
Is there more? I think I've heard the whole story, but I mean, if there is more, then let's try this. I want to hear the whole story. Tell me what happened.
It's a long story, Inspector.
Then you best get started. I got time.
It was supposed to be just another marketing job. Rizzo's wanted Halcyon Helen to be the face of Spectrum Brown. Some hideous concoction served with a dead parasite. All we had to do was spend a few weeks on Eridanos, shake some hands, sign a few autographs, drink a bottle of Spectrum Brown in front of a camera, and try to smile. Belinda didn't want to go, but I wanted a change of scenery. In any case, we couldn't possibly say no.
Not exactly a ringing endorsement of Spectrum Brown. Why didn't Belinda want to go? Yeah, why didn't she want to go?
Belinda always hated endorsement deals. They felt cheap to her, inauthentic. She always believed her first priority was to our fans, and not the company that bought us out.
She sounds all right. What happened when you got to Eridanos? Hey, what made her change her mind?
Nothing. She took the job when I did. Belinda was an idealist, and her ideals died with her. Belinda and I arrived on Eridanos and played our usual game of trading places. We were practically flawless. Even Ludovico didn't know about us. Belinda was unhappy for the first few days, but then she met Bertie Holcomb. Birdie treated her like a human being and not just an Aetherwave icon. They were just about perfect.
So, I wonder then, did Birdie date Ruth originally? Because she said then Belinda met Birdie. So, if Ruth dated him at first and then they broke up, but then Belinda met him and liked him, okay, that makes sense why they ended up kind of rekindling, the romance, which, obviously hadn't been there with Belinda. Silver's temper problem. I found her in Picnic. Why'd they break up? I met the guy. He really did care about her.
Birdie had a temper, and that worried me. But in the end, he was a decent enough fellow. Birdie wasn't the person I should have kept an eye on. It was Ludovico. I had a feeling Ludovico was hiding something. Belinda stayed busy socializing with the celebrities around the complex. That gave me some time to do a little digging.
I heard you insisted on a tour of the labs. You tipped your hand. He was on to you, so you made your way to the orchards and left me my first clue. And all of these, okay, I heard you insisted on a tour of the labs.
I saw everything. The test subjects, the parasites. Spectrum Brown was never safe to drink. Those harmless, dead parasites at the bottom of every bottle. They were just dormant. They would have sold out in a month. This colony loves novelty. They'll eat up any new product we toss their way. A new cereal, a new Spectrum flavor. Ludovico knows that. From Emerald Vale to Byzantium. A parasite in every brain and a grin on every face. Every last one of us trapped behind a mask of joy. That's what Ludovico wants.
Ludovico realized what you were up to. He thought you'd expose him. Both the top and the bottom there, but yeah, he realized. He thought you'd expose him.
I was careless. I was risking Belinda's life every step of the way, and I never even realized.
Don't blame yourself.
I wish it were that easy. Still, thank you. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
I kind of want to say this. Yeah, I like your style. Murdering anybody you want in the name of revenge.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, and that worries me a little. Leora Blossom and Maria Keene were on Ludovico's side. They chose to stand between me and my sister's killer. I had to cross them off.
What exactly happened between you and Constable Keene? Once again, you're forgetting about the mascot. Yeah.
He was clearly a spy for Ludovico. He was never far from Belinda or from me. We could hardly take a step outside our hotel without spotting that giant red mask somewhere in the periphery. It's like he was stalking us, watching our every move. If we took notice of him, he hurried away.
Oh, he was working for Birdie, wasn't he? Oh, I forgot about that. He sounds like a fan, not a spy.
That doesn't make any sense. If he was a fan, why did he run away every time I looked at him?
Maybe you should have asked him instead of shooting him. He was a fan, Helen, and he was working for Birdie. The guy wore a giant red ball on his head. He obviously had no social skills. He was working for Birdie.
He was working for Birdie? Birdie Holcomb? But that doesn't... I mean, why was he always... Oh dear. I may have made an accidental, inadvertent, tiny miscalculation.
You put him out of his misery. What are you going to do about it?
I'll find his closest living relative and send them an autographed copy of Terror
Oh
on
my
Monarch
God.
or something.
Can you do better than
That
that?
should smooth things over.
Birdie was carrying this data pad. I think it's yours.
Yes, this is mine. I'd kept notes on everything I suspected, everything I'd discovered. It's all here, all in code. Belinda and we had a secret way of communicating. Words and phrases that had a special meaning to us. Numbers and dates that were only important to the two of us. Only 2 people in the universe knew that language.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Hawthorne. Keep the data pad. All it's going to do is remind me of things I could never say to Belinda.
What exactly happened on the night of the murder?
You don't know how many times I relived this moment in my mind. I discovered what Ludovico was up to when I toured the orchards. I threatened to expose his plan. Ludovico decided to eliminate me. He programmed Burbage 3001 to fire on his command and disabled the security cameras in the ballroom. Only, he didn't know about Belinda. I'm sure he thought it was my skull he caved in with a bottle of Spectrum Brown. Burbage covered his blow with the plasma shot, and then Ludovico wiped his memory.
It makes sense why there were so many various causes of death that the doctor found. That's when you decided to hunt him down. Yeah, then he hired me to pin the murder on someone else. Sloppy work. I dumped her over the edge. Why didn't he do that? But yeah, then he hired me.
I don't think he expected you to be so competent. In the end, hiring you may have been his undoing. I went after Leora Blossom, and you were just one step behind me. I programmed an automech to steal some explosives from Cedric, but you weren't far behind. You were always hot on my heels, one step behind and catching up. I realized I'd have to throw in with you or eliminate you.
You would have lost that fight.
I like your confidence. Take that with you when you hunt down Ludovico.
Goodbye. So let's check out the Needler. 95 DPS. You hold in your hand the actual Needler used by Halcyon Helen in her serial Terror on Monarch, brought to you by Odeon Pictures, as seen on the Aetherwave. Maybe if I had spec'd into, like, science weapons, it'd be really good, but only 95 DPS, that is pretty low. Damage 38 with corrosion. See, that does damage 160. And it's also has a very high rate of fire. Well, let's see, what's the next? The bird drug. So we need to go and get the Essence of Sprat and optionally recruit Cedric. So I'm going to do Cedric next time. And then we'll go off and get the Essence and see about getting the anti-parasitic together. For now, though, I'll just park myself right here. Get the video rendered for next time, and I'll see you guys then. So thank you for joining me, and good night.